Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, Chaos Edition. Now, when we left off, we had just been absolutely thrashed by some trolls and a couple of goblins as well. They were just relentlessly pursuing us when we were in our most weakened state. So, for this quest that we need to procure a gift for Chaos Lord Brekka's son, we need velvet and furs. And one of you had a great idea, and that is, of course, to let one of our dye works just not sell anything. So, thankfully enough, we do have 2 dye works, thanks to our tournament money, as well as the money that we gained from being in the employ of Chaos Lord Brekka. And now we are able to enter the dye works, hopefully enough. And we will see if there is anything in the inventories. Yes, there is. Wonderful. Okay, so I did tell him to hold off on selling things. So now we have some fine furs and velvet and not much food. So I do need to make sure that I remember to get some more of that. So we're going to be selling the goods now. And I think we should be fine here. Yes, I think I do have the velvet that I require, and hopefully that quest will now complete itself as soon as I am able to find Chaos Lord Brekka, which would be very nice to do indeed. So let's see if we can find him here. Is he here somewhere? Oh. I have a feeling that maybe he's going to backstab us in some way, but who knows? Maybe he'll be like, oh yes, here's a gift from me, son. No one else gave you this gift? Yes, so who knows, he might do something that devilish. But, speaking of devilish, as you see here, we were able to find some blood letters in a nearby tavern. I did go to Goslaw, I believe it was? Goslaw? Yes, there is Goslaw, all the way over there. I was recruiting from all of these villages, and thankfully enough, I was able to find some blood letters. I did have to let some of these Chaos Tribesmen go, however, because I had recruited so many, because I wanted just to level them up with trainer skill as quickly as possible. So let's get a couple more of those. We're going to be leveling up Marauder Veterans? Isn't it Marauder Veterans? I believe so, because then they become Marauder Champions, and eventually they become the Undivided Champions. So let's hopefully get a couple of those on the way. And we are also now just going to travel back to Chaos Lord Brekka's location. I do believe he likes to run around Askraved quite a lot, so we're just going to be heading back there. And we'll see what he says about us completing his quest. Aha, there he is. Okay, wonderful. He is still patrolling around here. Great. Okay, I have the materials. Ah, let me see those. Hopefully this will mend the quarrel between you two. You may wish to speak to him, and see if I had any success. Aha. Okay, so did I... then speak to... I see. Okay, we need to go to Siegenhausen now, so let us do that. I do believe he was around Mount Veneer. Hopefully he is still there. If not, then I will be a very sad panda. Who knows? He might be. But... I have a bad feeling, actually, that they... Well, as I say they, the Chaos faction is probably not going to declare war for quite some time, but hopefully that will give us a little bit of an advantage in terms of being able to level up our renown rather considerably, get our forces back to full strength. And then from there, we will be able to make the goblins pay, and anyone else we see fit to make pay, of course. So, we can see all of these patrols on the map, but unfortunately I'm not able to see where Siegenhausen is. So I think I'm probably going to speak to this fellow here, if I'm able to, thank you. And, yes, there we are, thank you. Oh, he has -7 with us, so maybe we should do a task for him? No, he doesn't appear we have one for him there. So, we want to see where... Oh my goodness. Where is Siegenhausen? There he is. Wonderful. And he should be close to Karag Dromar. Okay. Where is that? That's not in our lands, surely. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're going to be traveling all the way over there, and yes, thank you very much. We will come shortly to visit Our Lady. And didn't I learn a poem in the last episode? Or I learned a poem at some point, so hopefully we'll be able to give that to her, or at least recite it, and hopefully make her weak at the knees, hopefully, yes. We will see, anyway. It's unlikely, considering, well, Targ is not the greatest poet, But we will hopefully make the best of it, and we will hopefully find Siegenhausen in a very short space of time. Is that him? No. Wow, there's a lot of vassals. I'm surprised that the Realm of Chaos is not at war against more people, considering we have so many strong vassals, and they all have very good armies as well. I mean, look at this. He has such a huge army. He has 7 undivided champions. He has 2 Heralds of Khorne, which I was hoping Bloodletters would advance into, but unfortunately that does not appear to be the case. So, here he is. He is a Lord of Trollbow. Okay. That's impressive. And there we have it. We have now increased our relation from -5 to 0. Well, I was actually hoping for a little bit more than that, but I suppose we can do some... No, we cannot do any tasks for him, but he is a minor lord of the Realm of Chaos, so I suppose we really don't need to. But what I will be doing now is heading over to Troll Lands. We'll do a couple of bouts there. I will obviously progress a little bit more off screen. I will cut away for that, of course. And then we will probably try to head on to somewhere else. Now, look at that guy. Whoa, he is the captain of Bretonnia. 40 paladins he has. I would not like to go against him. Not at the moment, that's for sure. Goodness me. But yes, what we will be doing is a couple of troll fights, and then we'll see what we can do about heading on to maybe some more goblin villages. One of you did tell me a very nice tip, and that is to head into your notes. And I do believe you had to head into locations, and then you can take a look at the various villages, and then they will show you, let's for example take this, the prosperity of the fief. And of course, this is one of those things that I overlook more often than not, because it is such a small feature, but it is such a useful one. So hopefully, I'll be able to make good use of it once we arrive in Goblin Lands, and we can analyze which one we want to raid for the highest profit. And do bear in mind that the last loot that we did gain from those goblins in the last episode was around 10,000 gold, which is wonderful because I did lose quite a lot of money leveling up some units, as well as, of course, getting those Bloodletters to join us, and the Velvet too, because you do actually lose profit from keeping the goods back. So that is a very good thing to know, that's for sure. And there's a feast, but we're not going to be attending that, I don't believe. Now, we just need to get there in one piece, of course. We don't want to have another situation like we did last time, where the trolls are just going to absolutely pursue us to the ends of the earth. So, here we have it. We have some trolls. And we are going to make... well, I don't want to say troll stew, but we're going to make something out of them. That's for sure. Are we going to actually catch up? We are moving at 5.3, they're moving at 5.2. Okay. Well... I would have liked to have actually done battle with a larger force, to be honest, all things considered, but okay, we're just going to be taking to the field. And bear in mind that Targ has advanced in level. He actually leveled up upon getting attacked by some bandits. So, yeah, I had to defend against that. And also, what I do want to accomplish eventually is hopefully I'll be able to get that fellow, the fellow that sells the magical items. I'd like to find him, if possible, and then we'll try to purchase that pistol that he has, because the pistol that he has, I do believe, is a 2-shot pistol, and you're able to use it on a mount. So, for example, in our Skaven edition series, we unfortunately do not have the ability to use a mount, because we are, of course, not able to use our Warplock pistol on it. So, yes, it would be very nice if we could get it on both series, of course. Because reloading after each shot, that is so last year. I would really like to be able to shoot more than once, that's for sure. Okay, now let's just try and... really? Okay, well, let's try and level up our one-handed skill. Oh no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful. Okay. Okay, I just ran him down with my horse. Who knew that a troll would be susceptible to that? That is impressive. Okay, well, we're just going to be telling our units to charge in here. I don't believe we are going to have any issues. Oh my goodness, look at all of those Marauder veterans. That is just absolutely amusing. Goodness me. Well, they do have Bloodletters within their ranks, so that is probably why the trolls felt that they were a little bit outnumbered, that's for sure. And, oh, we have Florin, who has leveled up, but he is, as one of you has stated, not exactly the most useful companion. Although, what does he have? He has spotting, He has a pretty good spotting skill, and his leadership, if we do make our own faction, could be very useful indeed. If only prisoner management was a party skill and not a leader skill, we could probably level that up to be a very nice level too. So let's just get his strength up, get his iron flesh up a little bit more, make sure that he survives. And yeah, I did actually forget to get more food. So, we probably need to go back and do that in just a second. So, let's see. Targ has leveled up, so what are we going to get? Well, I was leveling up his leadership, so let's get another point in that. And there's one thing that I'd like to see maybe in the next update of Warsword Conquest, if the developers are even watching this series. I'm not entirely sure about that. But I'd love to see an increase in leadership. For example, each point is only able to give us 5 more troops. I'd love to see maybe 20 more troops, because then at least the Skaven edition that we have would be a little more viable, because we'd have many more units to throw at our opponents. That would be rather cool. Or maybe there could be a certain variable in the Skaven faction where you are able to gain just a huge amount of renown upon joining the Skaven faction, and from that you'll be able to field such a large army. That might be an idea, who knows? But yes, there it is, we have advanced in level, and I will be cutting away now for a very short while. I'll do battle with a couple of trolls, and I will also, of course, travel back to Askraved, maybe even head on to Mount Vanir and try to purchase a little bit more food. And then upon, of course, leveling up more of these veterans and hopefully making them into undivided Chaos Warriors, I will then be heading down to, well, Crooked Moon Fort? That's a castle. No, probably not that then. One of the villages. Wyver's Cliff? Okay, well, before I cut away, let's just take a look and see the prosperity of this particular village. Wyver's Cliff is average. Okay, well, that's good to know. Unfortunately, I would like to find one that is rich, if possible. Are they all average? No, one is poor there. Average, very poor. Okay. Well, oh, very rich. Oh, Dark Elf lands, of course. The Dark Elves have not really gotten involved in any conflicts whatsoever. They're over here, of course, all the way across the sea. And I suppose the High Elves are having a similar thing going on, although, goodness me, I've not looked down here for quite some time. As you can see here, we have the Lizardmen tearing apart the Kingdom of Araby, and Lashiek is actually under siege, as well as, of course, the High Elf Kingdom taking Martek from them, and then, of course, we have the Pirate Kingdom taking a piece too. Wow. Now that is impressive, I have to say. That is impressive, and I'm also quite impressed that the Skaven have not been taken out yet, because apparently, according to you in the comments, the Skaven are one of the first to go, so maybe they will be second after the Kingdom of Araby. That would be very interesting to see, that's for sure. Although, it does appear as though the Orcs have now been eliminated, although not officially just yet. So, I will be cutting away, and I will see you once we have a suitable force to raid the richest village in Badland Goblin lands. Okay, so after a couple more troll fights, I was able to level up quite a few of our Chaos Warriors here. Not as many as I would actually like. We only have 17 of them, but yes, they are hopefully going to become undivided Chaos Knights from maybe a vassal fight, if we do decide to do one. Now, as you see here, we have come across some Daemonettes, or Demonettes, however you want to say it, and we were able to recruit them, actually pretty nicely. And if you take a look at their incredible stats, look at the power strike on them. 7 in power strike, 6 in athletics, very nice indeed. Obviously pure warrior types, nothing much else. No trainer, tracking, well, they have a little bit of that, but seriously, look at that. That is very nice for a level 28 infantry, and they don't even cost that much either, only 45 dinars, which is quite considerable. But if you take a look at the bloodletter, it is 64 in comparison, and they have less power strike, same amount of athletics, but they are a little bit higher level, they have a little bit more strength. So yes, and the weapon proficiencies, of course, are quite a lot more. Very nice, I have to admit. Now, as you may see, there is someone missing from our company here, and I think you can probably tell who it is. Florin decided that it would be in his best interest to leave us. So, yes, I told him, well, do what you will, and he left. So, there it is. Unfortunate enough that he is leaving, because, of course, well, it's always nice to have a companion, but he wasn't necessarily the greatest companion, was he? So, as you see, we are currently in front of the, well, I'd like to say the highest prosperity village that I can so far find. And that is pretty hilarious considering this is average prosperity. Everything else is either poor or very poor. So we're going to be taking Skull Takers, and we'll see what we can do with it. Loot and burn the village. Now, we lose some honor, but that is all we're losing, apparently. We're not losing any relation with the vassal that controls it just yet. There we are. We have now lost relation with Chief Bogfad. Okay. And, of course, a little bit more relation with the Badland. Okay. Well, yes, that was a very good tip. Thank you very much. Yes, I think we need to raid more villages that have a very high prosperity. 8,700 just for one silk bundle. That is impressive. That is very impressive. Goodness me. Okay. Well, enough going crazy over that. We're just going to take a little bit more food, and there it is. Great. So now, what I would like to do is prey upon some goblin vassals. And as I said that, I was flexing my hands like, yes, we need to take on some goblins in an evil way. Excellent, you know? So, yes, we're just going to try and locate one of them. Not that guy. 155 of them. That's definitely not what I want to engage upon at the moment. And maybe, I was hoping we'd be able to potentially sell near here. We could probably sell at one of the undead lands, Tomb Kings. Maybe we could go to Khemri and sell. I think that might be a good idea, because then we can head back here and potentially raid yet another village to get even more money. I think that might be a good idea. And we're also having the potential, of course, to come across any goblin vassals that we may want to encounter here. Now, I'm hoping that these fellows aren't aggressive towards us. No, I don't believe they are. Now, here's this fellow. He has no trolls in his army, but he has Spider Rider warriors, Spider Rider braves, and Spider Rider archers. I don't know. I think I really need to do a little bit of research on the goblin units, because at the moment I have no idea what kind of tier each of those units are. So really engaging him without knowing is probably the worst thing you can probably do. But nevertheless, we have advanced here. We are now at Khemri, 17,000 gold at the marketplace here. We are able to sell this for 8,000. We already have 9,000 profit just from that. That is absolutely incredible. Very nice to see that indeed. And I think we can probably do battle, maybe even take one of their castles, one of the most northern castles perhaps. That would be a pretty cool idea, but of course, as I say that, keeping hold of it is going to be a different matter. So there's that. We'll take the bread. 12,600 just from that. Now let's head into the tavern, see if we can find any companions here that we would want. Aha! Gotrek. I do believe one of you told me in the comments that Gotrek is an absolute beast. And of course we have a person that is going to be teaching us a poem. So from getting this poem, we're able to gain, or shall we say, hopefully gain. We might lose some relation with Chaos Lady Reader. Hopefully that will not be the case. But I did complete the quest last time, and that is, of course, to increase her relation once more. And she has 16 relation with us now, which is rather cool. Now, where's Gotrek? Are you serious? No! Where did he go? Oh, we have 2 more companions, but they're not ones that I wanted. Oh, well, I suppose we could take this guy. Yes. It seems your lack of orcness never escapes you. Yes. My name is Oggy, and I was kicked out of my tribe. I do believe he was the orc that joined us with Inigo. So, yes, we're going to be accepting his, well, offer, I suppose. And I'm going to head back in here just to make sure that Gotrek might respawn. Oh, how dare you, game! Oh, yes, of course. Well, we have Oggy Boggy now. He has first aid and wound treatment, which is absolutely essential, I would say. He has 3 in surgery, but I don't believe we will be concentrating on that with him at all, because we do have 4 in surgery for ourselves. So I think that should be fine. Ah, that is just so disappointing. Maybe I should head on to Karsabar, perhaps, and we'll see whether I can find Gotrek there. I was just so excited that we found a Wandering Skald as well as finding Gotrek that I didn't remember that the companions in this game, well, they like to switch around quite a lot in terms of where they are currently located. And we do have a Lizardman here, but I don't believe we will be taking him. Gotrek would have fit in really well because I do believe we have some Chaos Dwarves already, and that would have been excellent. I mean, I'm not entirely sure whether Gotrek is a Chaos Dwarf, but, well, a dwarf is a dwarf, hopefully, but never mind. Okay, we're just going to be heading on to Karak Azul, I believe, and I do think that Karaz Grimstock is also an average prosperity village. So hopefully we will be able to raid that if we are not able to siege the nearby castle. I would like to be able to do it because I have a feeling that goblins may not be too good in a siege encounter, although, well, saying that, in our Skaven edition, they did do a pretty considerable job at defending against us. So, who knows? Maybe we will... Oh my! No! No. No. Bad goblins. Bad goblins. Okay. Wow. Okay, he actually caught up to us. Interesting. So... yes. This is not excellent. This is not excellent whatsoever. Okay, so we have 90. They have 152. And I'm going to plan our battle with the enemy. As you see, I was already doing a little bit of it. Now, what I would like to do is repeat these 2 times. Or twice, shall we say. And we're also going to be... I think that should be fine. Isn't that fine? I hope so. Okay. Prepare orders. Dispatch orders. Enough planning to battle. So we have a battle advantage of -1, which is something I am not very happy with. Unfortunately, it does appear as though the orders system is not necessarily working as I would intend it. So we're just going to have to do it manually, unfortunately. So let's get our infantry out here. Let's get our cavalry over there. And I'm going to be attempting some long-range shots. Okay. Shoot into them. Nope. No kills there. No damage either. A little bit disappointing. But we do have some Chaos Dwarf ranged attacks here. And hopefully we'll be able to make good use of them. Come on, let's do some damage. Come on, get some proficiency, Targ. We need you to. Okay, come on. Maybe we could get a couple of kills here. It's not looking good so far. I think I probably have to get out my sword and deal some good damage with that. Now, they are in shield wall formation, which is excellent. So I think we're probably going to be attacking their infantry division right here. And we're also going to be telling our cavalry to charge in as well. Let's move our archers a little closer. And we'll get out of a first person so that we can actually do a little bit more damage with our one-handed sword here. Oh my. This is not turning out too good. Oh no, the scalp takers, they are doing so much damage to us at the moment. We took out a goblin brave there, not bad at all. Our fellows are all still in shield wall formation. Thankfully enough, the troll is not going to knock out anyone. Well, he's knocking out people, but he's not going to be killing them at least. And we're just going to be taking out some of their goblin scouts here, who are very well camouflaged in this map. I have to admit, look at this map. It is so good for goblins. Come on, they're so short it's difficult to hit them. Very unfortunate. Their minuscule stature is saving them this time. Or I am just terrible. Either one. Yes. There we are. That's a nice hit. Okay. So far, I think we are dealing with their issues quite well. Where are our archers, though? I don't know. They are basically being swarmed all over the place. I think they're probably getting killed as we say that. Are they? I've actually lost where we were. Okay, well, we'll just be telling our infantry to head over here. I think we're probably going to be telling everyone to charge. Are we? Not really. I don't really want to do that, because that usually results in a couple more losses than we would like. So let's just tell everyone to charge their archer positions here. Not charge, shall we say. Just hold position and attack their archery divisions. Come on. Let's do some damage to them. Okay, Horsey, do some damage to them. How about that? They do have some Spider Riders here. Spider Rider Archers. Okay, so at least we can take those out pretty easily. I suppose that's not all bad. Okay, I'm going to be telling everyone to charge in now. I do think we have... Yes, we are getting them on the back foot here. And how many units have we lost so far? 17. Ouch. We really need a little bit more in surgery. Hopefully I'll be able to level up Targ a little bit off screen. Maybe get some more surgery for him as a result. That would be rather nice. 49 damage and a goblin doesn't die from a chaos blade? How dare you? These fellows are all routing, of course, as you can probably see. So, yes, we're just going to be taking them out as best we can. Hopefully not letting many escape, because otherwise they will, of course, try to hunt us down once again if they get any reinforcements near to them. Now, I do think that I charged my Chaos Dwarves. Yes, I did. Good. Okay, now this is exactly one of those scenarios which I do prefer charging the Chaos Dwarves, because I don't really want them standing still. Because if they're standing still, then they're making it incredibly easy for these archers to pick them off. So let's just hope that we'll be able to deal some damage to these guys and support our units in the same breath. Oh yes. Not bad damage we're doing, but I would like to do a little bit more in terms of taking them out, of course. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. Another miss right there. We are taking them out, though. Slowly but surely. Goodness me, I'm wondering whether the other units in the game have a difficult time taking on the goblins in this way. At the moment, it's, well, I would say 50-50 whether I'm able to hit them or not. It really depends on what is going on in the environment at the time, because if you're hitting them from downhill and they're standing below you, there's almost no chance that you would be able to hit them, because of course they're so short, and that exacerbates the issue. So, who knows? Who knows? But there it is. A victory has been attained. We only lost 7 Marauder champions. That is not bad at all. Just bear that in mind, that we don't want to lose undivided Chaos Warriors. We lost 2 of those, a Chaos Knight as well, we lost 1, and we lost some Khorne Chaos Knights as well, which is not great, but Chaos Dwarf Annihilators, they are probably the worst ones to go down. I really didn't want to lose any of those, but I did lose them halfway through the fight, and that is definitely not something you want to see. Aha. Okay, so we have 2 more units to take out. That is a little unfortunate, I have to admit. I was hoping I could loot quite a few of their various resources from their inventories here. But nevertheless, I'm going to be telling everyone to charge in. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking them out, no problem at all. We shouldn't lose anyone in theory. I say in theory because I have no idea whether that's going to be the case. Oh my goodness, I might actually die myself. That would be atrocious. Wow, he's really doing quite a considerable amount of damage right here. Take him out. There we go, thank you. Goodness. Okay, so 2 Spider Rider archers giving us many, many difficulties. And he was able to escape, which is unfortunate. I really would have liked to take him prisoner there. And I'm actually going to take 4 goblins, because I'd like to see how they level up, to be honest. So, let's see. We can take a couple of these guys prisoner as well. And we have a giant spider and some goblin armor here that we will be able to sell at the nearby town. And there we have it. Now, I would like to engage this Goblin Warband here, because they have a Night Goblin Fanatic. Oh my goodness, they have 4 Night Goblin Fanatics, but we are... Well, I would be understating this. We are weakened, yes. So, I'm going to be heading back to Khemri, and we'll try and avoid any other vassals attempting to attack us there, but Chief Gorf was able to escape, unfortunately enough. Now, who's that? Another Goblin Warband right there. Unfortunate that so many vassals were over there and they decided to intercept us. Well, never mind. We are fine. We'll be able to sell this and sell all these other pieces of loot. Very nice indeed. And a very quick 700 gold right there. I'm still going to be keeping the War Giant Spider just in case we want to use it with one of our companions perhaps. And that will be it. So, let's just check in the tavern once again. Maybe Gotrek has come back. I don't believe he has, but of course we do have the ransom broker still here. So we're going to be selling a couple of these guys. They're not really useful, that's for sure. They're not going to be giving us too much money for that, but I suppose it's always nice to free up some space, shall we say. Okay, so, wow, we've actually gained quite a little bit more there. And these goblins don't look as though they are going to be advancing in level at all. They don't seem to have any upgrade path, which is very strange indeed. So I'm going to be just disbanding them, unfortunately enough. But nevertheless, hopefully in the future I'll be able to get a chance to take a look at the goblin troop trees, and I'll see what I can ascertain from that. So, I will end this episode off here. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.